Today, companies have substantial assets and value manifested in digital form, and they are deeply connected to global technology networks even as cyber attackers become ever more sophisticated and adaptable to defenses. Hello and welcome to VARINDIA News Hour. The worldwide information security market is growing rapidly. This is due in large part to organizations stepping up their defenses against cyber threats and a rise in such threats, including within their own companies. Unfortunately, most cybersecurity breaches are caused by human error. Cybercriminals delivered a wave of cyber attacks that were not just highly coordinated but far more advanced than ever before seen, and it is likely very much organized crime. A recent report says the increased budget allocations for cybersecurity are mostly tied to a White House directive of March 21, 2022, which stressed the need for improved cyber defenses in the backdrop of high-profile security incidents such as last year's attack on Colonial Pipelines. This attack caused fuel shortages along the East Coast. The statement also directed to the private sector businesses to shore up their defenses as per the CISA guidelines. The allocated fund will improve the nation's cybersecurity to support our nation's cybersecurity and protect the critical infrastructure and federal government networks underlying our nation's economy and way of life. The lion's share of the spending would go to the Department of Defense, $11.2 billion, and nearly $3 billion would go to Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. The year 2023 would be good business for IT companies who are authorized to do business with the government. They would need to hire additional resources to meet the sudden demand for products and services. This nature of spending for sure would drive innovation. Going forward, the cloud companies would be able to release new features and capabilities much more rapidly than what was possible in the past. The iterative loop of innovation would get triggered. Developing new tools and capabilities are a must to stay ahead of the cyber criminals and competitors alike. Cloud services and security products are bound to take an exponential leap, and at the same time, as most organizations planning data encryption deployments lack encryption key management strategy, which increases the risk of data loss. The increased funding will allow CISA to engage in even more research, ultimately positioning it to produce better recommendations. Information technology, cybersecurity, and risk professionals need to work together to protect their organizations from cyber threats, and most important is, we have to realize that cybersecurity is a capital-intensive tech game and needs to be handled accordingly. Now let us look into today's headlines in VARINDIA. IndianRailways counterclaims Chinese firm over contract termination dispute. The Dedicated Freight Corridor Corporation of India Limited has submitted a counterclaim of Rs 234.25 crore against the China Railway Signalling and Communication Research and Design Institute, which has approached an international law court claiming damages worth Rs 443.77 crore after its contract was terminated 2 years ago. The firm had backed the Rs 471 crore contract for signalling and telecommunication work on the Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor in 2016, but in 2020, the DFCCIL terminated the contract citing non-performance. CTI writes letter to Finance Minister and RBI against charges on digital payments. Chairman of the Chamber of Trade and Industry, Brijesh Goyal, said that the traders' body has written a letter to Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and the Reserve Bank of India against levying charges on digital payments. He opposed the idea of imposing charges on digital payments, as doing so will affect transactions and people will be forced to stand in line at ATMs and banks again. The CTI has demanded that the government can reduce the cost of printing currency if it does not levy charges on digital payments and pays the bank's fees as subsidies. Google launches SDK to create Android apps that work across all devices. American tech giant Google is launching a new cross-device software development kit that contains the tools required by the developers to make their apps play nice across Android devices, eventually non-Android phones, tablets, TVs, cars, and more. The SDK will let the developers discover nearby devices, establish secure connections between devices, and host an app's experience across multiple devices. Google wants to extend this support to other Android surfaces and non-Android OSs, including iOS and Windows. For now, the cross-device toolkit is currently available in a developer preview and only works with Android phones and tablets. Fitbit unveils new fitness tracker and watches. Google-owned wearable brand Fitbit has introduced its latest generation fitness wearables Inspire 3, Versa 4 and Sense 2, priced at Rs 8,999, Rs 20,499 and Rs 24,999 respectively, that offer several health features including heart rate, oxygen saturation, sleep trends, among others. Inspire 3 is a tracker that can track important metrics with 10 days of battery life. Versa 4 is a fitness-focused smartwatch that offers over 40 exercise modes and many other things to help users reach their activity goals. Sense 2 is a health-focused smartwatch that helps users manage stress and track their heart health. VI allegedly exposes millions of customers' data. Cybersecurity company CyberX9 has claimed that VI has exposed customers' data to hacking. Details like phone numbers, addresses, call logs, SMS records, and mobile internet usage of around 301 million customers, including more than 20 million postpaid users, were found to have leaked online. However, Vodafone Idea denied the claim, saying that the report is false and malicious. Although it said that a potential vulnerability in billing communication was found, which was immediately fixed and a thorough forensic analysis was conducted to ascertain no data breach. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. You can download the VARINDIA app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.